Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about the piloerection or goose flesh. Everyone has sometimes experienced goose flesh during winters or during some emotion. In this, the hair is lifted called piloerection, and the surface of the skin presents somewhat contracted and wrinkled appearance. This is caused by the erector muscles. So this lifting up of our hair is brought about by the erector muscles of the hair, and these are the erector muscles. They'll run obliquely, and when these muscles contract, the hair follicle which is lying obliquely, it straightens, and we experience goose flesh then. These obliquely placed hair follicle, they straighten, and the outer part of the dermis is wrinkled, and the contraction of this muscle at one end pulls the hair to somewhat vertical position, and at the other end depresses the skin, that is epidermis. So goose flesh occurs in case of extreme cold and emotions. Hair in human beings are continuously lost and regrown. The duration of the scalp hair, scalp means the hair on our head, is 2 to 5 years, and that of eyebrows and eyelashes is 3 to 5 months. Hairs from different parts of the body, that is head, chest, armpits, beard, nose, etc., show subtle differences, and these are helpful in forensic investigation, that is for detecting crime. Then hair also provide a sensation of touch because nerve fibers extend up to their bases. There are hairs along the edges of the eyelids, which are called eyelashes, and they help prevent the entry of foreign particles. Similarly, there are hairs in the nose, again to prevent dust particles from entering into the nasal passage. Then we have facial hair, that is hair on the face in human males, that is mustaches and beards, which help in distinguishing the male sex. So this is all about hair. Next we come over to nails. Nails are hardened chitinous plate-like structures which grow as dead cells from the nail roots, which lie below the skin at the base. So these nails, they are hardened, chitinized. Chitinous means made up of keratin. Keratin is a protein, and they are plate-like structures. And these nails, they have following parts. Plate, it is the hard and outer part of the nail. It is made up of dead chitinized cells. Bed, it lies below the nail plate. Matrix, it lies just below the skin surface at the base of the nail, and it is usually visible as whitish half moon at the base of the nail. It produces new cells, which on maturation push out the older cells towards the upper tip of the nail. So it is this part of the nail which produces new cells and results in the growth of the nail, and when these cells, they are matured, they are pushed upward, and these cells are the ones which replace the older cells at the tip of the nail and cause the growth of the nail. Next is sebaceous glands. These sebaceous glands, these are branched glands usually opening into the hair follicle. So these glands are sebaceous glands, and they open into the hair follicle and sometimes even open directly to the outside. And they give out an oily secretion which is called sebum, which makes the hair and the outer skin oily and waterproof to keep the epidermis supple and to prevent loss of water by evaporation. So sebum is the secretion of sebaceous gland which makes the skin oily and waterproof and prevents the evaporation of water. In cold and dry weather, the skin may become rough and leave a powdery surface when scratched, and this is due to the reduced secretion of oil from the sebaceous glands. In hot and humid weather, the skin becomes extra oily due to increased secretion of sebum. So, in monsoon season, humid means monsoon season, the secretion of the sebaceous glands increases and that makes our skin oily. And three common problems related to sebaceous glands are pimples, acne, and blackhead. Pimples, this gland secretes sebum which gets accumulated, causing growth of bacteria because this sebum is nutritive and gets infected, and as a result results in the formation of boils and pimples. So when the sebum gets accumulated, bacteria they grow and this results in the formation of boils and pimples. Acne, sebaceous glands they get inflamed due to hormonal influence. Due to the influence of hormones, these sebaceous glands they get inflamed, and it is one of the commonest problem in adolescents. Then blackhead, sebaceous glands of the face get enlarged due to the accumulated sebum. Again, when the sebum gets accumulated, the sebaceous glands of the face they get enlarged, and on oxidation this pigment called melanin and the sebum give it a black color, and so we call them blackheads. So this much for today.